What is On the Tipping Point Live? That's a great question if you're watching this short video anywhere other than on the Tipping Point Facebook page, where really you can't have missed the fact that we're about to launch our live conference on Monday the 27th of November. On the Tipping Point is a podcast that I co-host with Sherry Bevan, a fellow leadership coach. And we got together to create or co-create the podcast earlier this year, based on really the number of conversations that we had had with colleagues and clients and fellow entrepreneurs who share this experience of feeling as though they are on the tipping point of success. But what does it take to get over the edge, to get past that point? And we found that we were having that conversation all the time with people who regularly heard really reassuring and supportive phrases like, "You're so close, you're right on the edge, don't give up." Those phrases that are meant so supportively, yet when you are clinging by your fingernails, waiting to drop into that wonderful place of success, the success that you know you have worked so hard to create and that you now deserve, it can be a really difficult place to be. So Sherry and I created a podcast to give advice and support and information to entrepreneurs and business owners, potentially people also in a transitional place in their leadership career too, who were looking to get past that tipping point of success. And in the summer, we had the bright idea to create a live episode, and we loved doing that. And following on from the live episode, we said, actually, wouldn't it be great to hear from successful entrepreneurs, some of the really inspirational people in our community who've gone past that tipping point, who know what it is to get past that, and who have this real, just an inspirational, extraordinary story to share. And so we set about creating it, and it starts next week. Those of you who follow our On the Tipping Point podcast will know that we go through the 4 key stages that we identified of getting past the tipping point. I'll go through those really quickly now. So the first is reflection. Where are you now? And we do that by answering the question, where have you felt most alive this week? Because that puts you into a really positive place to do some thinking about where you are and where you need to be. And then we consider a challenge or a change, but a challenge that either we have experienced or our clients are experiencing, maybe something topical in the entrepreneurial world, but something to really chew over and get our teeth into and see what we agree and disagree on in terms of the experience that we have had and shared in our business and careers to date. So once we've done our challenge or our change, then we move on to momentum. Just going to click that because the battery's going to do something. Momentum, that's the thing that takes us past the tipping point without any hesitation. So where are we building momentum in our business? Where are you building momentum right now? And finally, what's inspired you? We all need inspiration to keep going. And so that's the final slot that we share each time we speak on the podcast. And those are the 4 sections that we're going to be exploring with our guests over the next 2 weeks. Where are they now? What's happened? What's their story? What are the changes and transformations that they have needed to make? How did they build momentum in their business? And who inspired them along the way? So we have some amazing speakers, honestly. Sherry and I kind of sat down and compiled our dream list, I suppose, for all sorts of reasons, different criteria, different things that we thought would be helpful or that we would like to hear, and came up with a joint top 12. That's never easy, is it, with somebody else? But actually, we had a great time doing it. Came up with our top 12, and all 12 said yes. Which, we're just so thrilled about, because our top 12 speakers are people who have inspired us on our business journey. And we believe that they will inspire you too, as you are looking to get past that tipping point of success in your business or your career or your life in general. So give me a few moments and allow me to introduce the speakers for week 1. I'm not going to go through all 2 weeks because we'd be here a very long time, but Sherry or I will hop on next week and introduce week 2 speakers so that you have some idea of who's appearing. And don't worry, both week 1 and week 2 truly are fabulous. So week 1 kicks off on Monday, the 27th of November. Most of the days we have something at 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock, and our 1 o'clock speaker kicking off the conference is Susan Payton. Excuse me if I refer to my notes. Susan is a story strategist and helps business owners to tell a clear and compelling brand narrative that speaks to their ideal client with a powerful message and a great story. I'm sure we all need some of that in our business. So join us with Susan at 1 p.m. on Monday. We're looking forward to getting off to a great start there. On Monday evening, we have the fabulous Sara Array. Sara is an award-winning, internationally recognised content marketer and visibility consultant. And Sara knows that the secret to success is to show up and open the door so that it can enter your life. So, if you're ready to open the door to success, show up and join us on Monday evening at 8 p.m. with Sara. Tuesday lunchtime, it's one of my best business buddies joining us. Alison Jones is a publishing partner for businesses and organisations, and she's host of the Extraordinary Business Book Club podcast. And when I say it's extraordinary, that's not just the name of the podcast. The work that Alison does really is extraordinary. Alison regularly speaks and blogs on publishing, business and writing, and is the author of This Book Means Business, which comes out next year, and I can't wait to read it. So join us to talk to Alison at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. I really can't wait to do that. Lindsay Fish is a business buddy of Sherry's, and I haven't met Lindsay yet, so I'm really looking forward to hearing more from her at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evening. And Lindsay is the founder and chief exec of Mums Enterprise Limited, and they organise child-friendly work and business exhibitions aimed at helping mums to start up or grow a business through helping them to find confidence and offering inspiration, knowledge, tools and support. So Lindsay sounds the perfect fit for our guest list, doesn't she? And I'm really looking forward to meeting her at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday is a bit of a special day. We have royalty. Veronica Pullen is just one of my all-time inspirations, and I recently really enjoyed taking part in her online visibility challenge. Veronica Pullen, also known as the social marketing queen, Mom to you, helps us to create and sell online programs and packages of services and to attract our dream paying clients online. So I'm sure we could all do with some advice from Veronica, and she'll be with us at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Wednesday evening, I get to talk to V Smith, who's another guest that I don't know, but is a friend of Sherry's, comes very highly recommended. And V is a digital marketing strategist and implementer working with creative consultants who live in the spotlight building the engine that channels and processes their ideas using digital marketing strategies and systems. So I'm really looking forward to learning more about what V does at 8 o'clock on Wednesday evening. Thursday evening. It's a very special night and you don't want to miss it. We have a very special speaker. It's you. Or it could be. Both Thursday evenings, we are going to be inviting guests to sit in the hot seat. And I don't want to steal Sherry's thunder because she'll be doing a short video on that later this week. But if you are somebody with a business challenge who'd like to get some inspiration or advice from Sherry or I or the group that are live that evening, then apply to join us and watch out for the video later this week that tells you exactly how to do that. Or watch for the link, which I'll pop in the box underneath the video later on. Finally, to conclude week 1, we have Suzanne Dibble. And Suzanne's a very special guest for both Sherry and I, because we've had the privilege of working with her at different times. In fact, Suzanne was how we met, because we were part of Suzanne's different mastermind groups. And I say different because Sherry and I were in different groups, as opposed to Suzanne doing something wackily different. She just does something extraordinary. So let me introduce Suzanne. And she escaped the male-dominated, adrenaline-fueled world of mergers and acquisitions in the city. Hopefully she'll be telling us how she built the tunnel. So she's an award-winning business lawyer who found her true success in online courses and in her Empress Global Collective. We're really looking forward to talking to Suzanne next Friday at 1 o'clock, because, as I say, she's a very special guest for us. And there's a lot that we can all learn from her, particularly how she made that all-important transition. So that's week one. Sherry and I'll conclude the week with a roundup on Friday evening. We'd love you to join us for that. And we'll just be sharing our thoughts and reflections and beginning to turn our thinking to week two, where we also have some really fabulous guests. It is such an amazing fortnight, I promise you. We would love you to join us. I'm going to pop the link for you to register in the comments underneath the video, so that you can sign up easily. There are lots of benefits to signing up. You get a great workbook to document your experience with us, and you get a free entry into our prize draw. And you'll find out more about that when you sign up. But again, it's not something you want to miss. So that's it from me. I hope that that's been a helpful introduction to what promises to be an extraordinary fortnight, helping you to get beyond the tipping point of success. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.